All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Well-Don Tanks live stream. And today it's a big one. So thank you all for being here. Let me make sure I get the chat pulled up here. Let me make sure I mute some few things. And today we are going to get rolling here. Again, thank you so much, all of you, for being here. I got to remind myself to take a few deep breaths today. And I'm sure my wife will be texting me at some point too to say, like, slow down, don't talk as fast, because I'm terrified, I'm nervous, I'm excited. I'm this bundle of emotion wrapped up into one, and we're going to roll with it. We're going to see what comes today. So if you haven't already, share this out. Let's get as many people as we can here, because this is a big one. This is definitely a big one. And I would like to share this with as many people as we possibly can. I know it's early on a Saturday, so I know a lot of people are probably at events with their family, different things, but I wanted to go stream earlier to try and give people on the East Coast a better opportunity to get into the stream. Maybe even if they just put it in the background while they're doing yard work or something, put on headphones. I was trying to stream in a time frame where we could get as many people into the stream as we could. And with it being May 1st, I wanted to do a fun, it was a good day for a launch, right? It's a good day for a launch. It's always nice to, it's May 1st, start of a new month. It was a deadline. Let's do this. So we are rolling with this. I can kind of adjust a few things here while we're on the fly. Just trying to make sure everything's as good as it can be. All right. So let's get the chat pulled up here. Make sure I'm following some things. And hopefully the stream isn't lagging today. Hopefully everything stays on point, on par. And then I think I have found a workaround where the camera won't shut off every 30 minutes on us. Hopefully. And of course, it says I'm buffering on Wi-Fi right now. So hopefully I'm not buffering on Wi-Fi. I have an echo going. Hopefully I fixed that. Let's see here. Is it still echoing on you guys? Because everything's turned off on my end. Let me know if it's still echoing on you guys. Barry Aquatics coming in. It's good. I'm glad you're still alive, dude. It's good to see you. It's been a long time since we chatted. I appreciate you stopping in, though. Hopefully other people will see you're still alive too. I know you got a lot going on, man. It's good to see you coming in. Thank you. All right. Not on this side. Okay, so everything should be good there. So my wife's joining in too. Super happy to have her here. Guys, my wife was a major part in getting this operational and getting this running and getting this all to come together from the support of literally writing down ideas and inventory to taking pictures to counting fish to getting things ordered, shipping process set up and everything to go. It's going to be, thank you all of you. And Barry Aquatics coming in on the membership. So we did start something new. We'll get into, we got so much to go over today. It's going to be a fun stream. We'll see how long we hang out here for, right? It's a good day. So I added a second membership tier just to try and help some people come back to this and maybe just offer some different opportunities for some people. So for $99 or $1, you can join in as shark bait, right? You can be shark bait. You still get all of the member access to the members only videos, all that kind of a thing. And I also set up the second tier for the $5 a month, which is the Well-Done Squad. That'll get you access to all of the members' videos, but we also do more often than not, I would say, some members only live streams where we typically just hang out down in the fish room. It's on my cell phone, so it's nothing crazy, but with the Well-Done Squad and higher, that's kind of our tight-knit community where if you want to join in on those, it's very open. It's very intimate, have you say, we kind of talk everything we want to on those. So, but I wanted to offer a second tier. But remember, by watching the videos and just coming in is support. And look at that, Joey, he upgraded to the Well-Done Squad. Well, welcome back, man. I appreciate it. So, but it's seriously, guys, watching the videos. It's huge support. So I wanted is to offer those out. So thank you. And for the members who are of the Well-Don Squad, I highly recommend you go check out the community post. I just put up a new community tab with the launch of the website today that we are launching, the business we're launching. I gave the members a unique discount code for the next 24 hours to say thank you. We've had a lot of conversation with the members lately on members only live streams, me and my wife talking life events, planning this website, talking business, getting things put together. Like, this notebook is full of things, and a lot of the members were very influential in getting a lot of this running. So thank you. As a thank you to all the members, we do appreciate it. We definitely do appreciate it. So my wife is right on the members only live streams. A lot of time, a few of them have been like business talks where we'd sit down at the table, Sophie's running around, and we chat business. So we want to keep everyone as involved as we can. But I like to use the members as kind of that test group A. Those individuals are ones I can come at a little more raw and be like, here's what I'm thinking, and see what they think about it, see how they react to it. And if they like it, then we're good to go. If they don't like it, then it's, not working, obviously. So it's test group A to help us plan out some things, just to make sure that they're like good there. But Bay Area, thank you so much for joining in. It's good to see you, man. I stalk you on Facebook, I for sure do. So I appreciate you stopping in. That was super cool to have you here. But we got Tiffany hanging out with us, Trevor's hanging out, Sean's here, Lindsay. Lindsay, thank you so much. We have fish in our fish room right now that are up on the website that Lindsay bred for us. So we're gonna get into all of that today. I want to walk you all through the new website, get into this, show you what we got thinking about. The website is live. I honestly forgot to disable the password protection on it until like 10 minutes before the stream. So that's live now. If you're already in there kind of cruising around, I guess just make sure I've said hi to everyone. Guys, you can say I'm all over the place this morning, this afternoon. It's afternoon now. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm terrified. But again, guys, this is going to be awesome. So if you've already kind of cruised around the website, hopefully nothing's breaking yet. But I like to do these live streams. I want to walk you guys through it, answer your questions, go down to that. And I have to say, though, it's kind of funny. Like, it kind of feels like a bit of deja vu. I feel like we've been here before, but this go around, I just got to answer my wife, and I'm happy with that. So this go around, I think it's going to be a little better than the last go around, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, a little deja vu, right? But all right, we got here. Carrie, thank you so much for dropping the link. All right, so to access it, it's everything Well-Don. So everythingweldon.com. You do not need to put like the www dot in front of it. It's a little different, but let's see if I can pull up the website. We're going to walk you through it, kind of go over some things. I want to show you the thought process behind it and what we're looking at doing with it. So, and thank you, everybody. I reached out to the members last night for like a quick beta test. I appreciate you, all of you doing it. So it was a late night last night to get everything polished. Well, as polished as can be. There's still plenty of work to do on it. And we're going to continually do work on it to make it as best as we can. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So let me make sure I can share my screen here without showing off too much. So make sure I get the right one here. Okay. Let's make sure we're sharing. All right. Welcome to everythingweldon.com. Everything Well-Don. This is exciting. This is going to be fun here. It's going to be a good time here. The Jarhead Entrepreneur. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate it. Let's see if I can. And I'll be jumping in between chat and showing you guys this, all these kind of things. But all right. Okay. So on the landing page, unfortunately, we did lose this particular fish. I have fry from it, though. But this is the beautiful Mollubi crebensis female hanging out there with the fry. So we tried to make this as inviting as possible. And my thought process, my idea behind this website is I wanted it to be simple. I wanted it to be clean. I wanted it to be simple to navigate, simple to find what you're looking for. And it's not, I mean, it's designed where, yeah, I want you to come peruse this every day. I want you to come in here and hang out on the site and see if there's something you like. But I also want it to be, you've got 10 minutes, jump in, find what you want, get your order in, get out. Does that make sense? I wanted it to be. I hate websites, and a prime example of this one is Aquabid. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Aquabid for what it is, but it's so difficult to navigate because it's so old. But it's still one of my favorite sites to go to because that's when I can spend a lot of time, perusing the fish. But I wanted this particular site to be simple, easy, clean, simple. Go for it. So the motto behind this store, though, is we want to be your local virtual fish store. And this is our idea behind that, is with being a local virtual fish store, the mindset is I want to be a fish store to anybody in the United States. What does that mean? Pandemic hit, people lost some of their local fish stores. People couldn't go to their local fish stores. People had a hard time finding the fish they wanted. Then you move into, you have individuals that breed a lot of fish. Maybe they're just just a hobbyist. They aren't necessarily they don't call themselves necessarily a breeder, but they still have fish breeding that they need an outlet for. They don't have an outlet for, they feel like. Maybe their local market is, saturated with it. Maybe their local fish store isn't taking them. Oh, maybe they have just a chain store. And I have heard of some chain stores actually starting to take some fish, which is cool. But you still run into these things. Then you run into individuals that maybe they don't want to run their own program of selling their fish. They don't want to have to manage sending out shipments every week to different people, managing that customer service, finding ways to do that. Maybe they want to do one big offload of their fish. Maybe they do want to be a specific breeder. All these things wrapped up into one. This was my idea of a local virtual fish store. Now, it's you got to think about it too. I'm going to get flack back on me. I guarantee it, for saying, oh, you're just copying other people. You took their ideas. You go find me an idea that's 100% original. But here where I feel like is my original idea. And this is where I do feel like we are reaching out and trying to network with individuals that have never had this happen before. This is where I think that we're going to take the cake. And this is where I want to be different. And this is where I think we are filling a niche that needs to be filled. So me and my wife came up with this idea that there's sites out there, there's websites out there that you can post your own fish to, sell them off as people order them from you. Those are out there. You kind of run your own little mini store. But with that, you kind of have to put yourself in the spotlight a little bit. You have to be comfortable dealing with groups of individuals that you may not have met. Where with the local fish store, you get to know the owners, you get to know the employees, you get to know the people that are there, and then you get to work with them on a regular basis where you're regularly bringing them guppies, you're regularly bringing them black rams, you're regularly bringing them snails or plants or whatever it have you be. I want to be that fish store. I am that fish store. If you have fish that you want to sell, if you have plants you want to sell, if you've got products you want to sell, we want to be that fish store. We want to be that local virtual fish store to where you reach out to us. So if you do want to do business with us, email us at everythingweldon@gmail.com. We are going to talk with you of what fish do you have to offer? What pricing are you looking for? If I may, so Lindsay's hanging out with us today. We'll get into this. She has beautiful guppies that she shipped to us that we purchased from her, that we have on our site, that we have in our business now. We spoke with Lindsay. We traded back some emails. We actually did like a video chat on the phone. She showed us the fish. We talked, how to ship fish. Was she comfortable shipping fish? How many did she have to offer? What was the pricing? We set up a deal. We paid her. She shipped us the fish. And now we are the fish store that's now going to sell those fish out to the hobbyist. So it's literally just like if you walked into your local fish store and said, I want to sell you these guppies. You would determine a price. They would pay you. Fish store would take them. They would sell them. That's us, but we're just on a virtual level of this. So the one downside to this is if you've got to ship us your fish unless you're within a reasonable distance where we can drive and pick them up. We've even talked about and kind of joked about of maybe we do like a big trip one day where it's like, hey, we're heading out to California and we're going to purposely head out there and we're going to go pick up, make 6 stops, pick up a ton of fish. That's where I still think my RV fished idea, like an RV packed with tanks, live support, it's still a genius idea. It's going to happen one day. But but it's designed to be, if you don't want to put yourself in the spotlight, but you have fish you want to sell, you have fish that you're proud of, you have fish you need to unload, we are your local virtual fish store. Now, we also want to work with individuals that are maybe on the younger age of side, teenagers, younger children. Now, don't take this the wrong way. Teenagers, kids that don't have the access to sell their fish locally or to a fish store, but their parents have helped them set up like a 10-gallon tank, a 20-gallon tank, and maybe they have some guppies, right? So maybe this teenager, this younger person has fish breeding and they want a place to offload to that. We want to be the fish store that helps nurture that interest in this hobby. So in future generations, they're in fish longer. They're doing this hobby longer. Let's be honest, guys, there's way worse things than fish out there. So if we can help support the younger generation in their fish keeping, we want to do that. Now, there's 2 things with this. One, all communication will have to go through the legal guardian of that younger generation. So anybody under the 18, we will definitely would want to work with the legal guardian. And then if they approve us, let's say they're like 15, 16, and they approve the communication, okay, we'll work with that. But we still want to loop in the legal guardians to make sure that it's honest, it's approved, it's safe, right? We never want to take advantage of anybody. So then they may not have all the shipping supplies necessary, right? It can be difficult for a younger generation to get the money to get shipping supplies. So we want to work with them on a basis. And this also goes for other individuals that maybe have like a one-time shipment. They don't want to buy shipping supplies. They have this X amount of fish kind of a thing. We want to work with you on the basis of, we will send you out a box. This literal box is going to be set up to ship fish in. Have bags in it, have rubber bands in it, have everything you need in this box. We're going to ship you the box. Inside the box is going to be a return label that you will package the fish, put them in the box, drop them off, put the return label on it, they'll ship back to us. So we want to try and create a network for younger generation to have access to a local virtual fish store. That's where I came up with this idea. We want to be the local. I like this idea, right? We're a local fish store. We're local to anybody. We're local to anybody and everybody in the United States. This is how we can work with this. So it's one of those things of, if you need assistance in shipping fish to us, please don't take advantage of us on that, because that is going to be out of our bottom line. But also remember this though, our idea behind this business is not a get rich quick scheme. And it's not even a get rich thing. This business is designed, and we want to run it in the way of to support the community, to come back and help the community. And this is what I think was missing. So many people out there need a positive outlet for their fish, but they don't have it, right? So now if I can be that face of, yeah, I watch Wel-Don Tanks on YouTube all the time. He just launched a business. Now I got to sell my fish to him. And we want to be honest. We want to be reputable. We want to help you in this. So that's why we encourage, communication through the email. We encourage, if you want to, we'll do video calls and phone calls to make sure you are getting the best out of this. So hopefully that makes sense here. Let me jump back into chat before I get too much farther ahead of myself. And then we'll start really digging into kind of the ins and outs of the website, because I'm excited for this. I really am excited for this. All right. Yeah, Mountaintop says, and 2 to 4 hours drive to a fish store. Depending on where you're at, it is a long drive for fish stores. That is true. That is true. So and I know for some people, having to drive to like their post office or whatever else to ship fish can kind of be of a long distance drive as well. But the effort, though, the goal was to network across with as many people as we possibly can. So instead of importing fish, I want to locally import fish. I want to buy fish from individuals that have bred them, have raised them. They know the ins and outs of it. And then we'll get into it too on the products. I can put that. I can put these fish were bred in Texas. These fish were bred in Connecticut. These were from, so you kind of get an idea of like, I'm buying fish that somebody on the East Coast bred, but I'm on the West Coast. Like, how cool is that we now just connected two hobbyists across the United States, but now they have access to each other's fish and there's different things. All right. I just missed something here. What did I miss? Let's see. Okay, I love the idea that we are suppliers to you and not doing direct sales to many people. Other Tiffany, that's exactly what we wanted to do. If you work with us, myself and my wife, you're going to talk with myself or my wife, Jordan. Like, you're going to talk with one of us. There's no random people that are going to be answering and knocking on your door or meeting in weird parking lots or, midnights and these different things. It's you talk with two people. There's literally two people right now that you will talk with. And I think that's a lot better. And they're two people that you quote unquote know, right? My wife has been on live streams with me. She's been on videos with me. She has her own channel, Living Well-Don. So you kind of get to know us, and then we can work with that to where instead of having to work with Joe on the East Coast and Bob on the West Coast, and Joe's pissed off because you shipped his fish wrong and Bob's super happy, it's you kind of have these, instead of you having to manage all that, we will manage that for you. So you have one transaction with us, then we handle the rest, right? Now, if you want to sell fish on your own through our website, we'll get to that. See, we've tried to think of some things here. I really like this idea. Sounds great. Well, thank you, Sean. I hope it is. I hope this makes sense of what I'm trying to tell you about this, because I'm excited for it, but it's not going to work unless you guys are excited for it, right? I like the idea. I have my eBay store and plan to list some of my stock, but my L144s are prolific breeders when I put my pair together. So having a place like you to sell in bulk is great. Jarhead entrepreneur, if you got some L44s ready to go, let me know. I'm interested in those. So that's another really solid point here too, is you will never have to sign a contract with us that says you can't sell anywhere else, period. Like, we're never going to only make you sell to us, because we understand if you want to run an eBay store, if you want to run local sales, if you want to run your own website, go for it. We just want to be a separate entity. We just want to be that local virtual fish store where you have a ton of, L144 Plecos, 11 blue eyes that you need to get rid of. Hey, Trent, I've got like 100 of these. Are you interested in them? Yeah, I am interested in them. Cool. Like, what are you thinking for pricing? How is $250 a fish? Throwing out random numbers, by the way. Yeah, cool. When can we ship? Oh, I can ship next week. Perfect. We land them. We do some quarantine on them. We get them up on the website and we sell them out there. Now, you guys will be surprised. I do need to do like a full video right now. You will be surprised. All of the fish on the website right now are in my fish room downstairs. Every single fish on the website is in my fish room downstairs. We got really creative on how we're keeping our fish right now. So definitely a larger fish room is definitely going to be very helpful in the future. But we'll get more into that here as we keep going on here. But that's cool, man. You're down in Texas? Yeah, I think my wife said it too. We made a trip down to Houston. We're actually looking in the Texas area. It's a big thing we're looking at right now. And then Maple Street Aquatics coming in. And guys, if you haven't checked out Maple Street Aquatics, I recommend you do so. I've been catching more of their live streams lately, and they're fun. They set it up where they have their main camera, and then they connect a separate camera where they can actually like walk you around their fish room, and they have some awesome native tanks. So I appreciate you being here, man. Thanks so much. Let's see here. We need to speed up the move. I know, Trevor. We're looking at jobs. So that's kind of one of the things we've talked to the members too. We may actually be relocating to Texas and bringing the business with us down there. But I wanted to get the business launched and going one, to give you all access to it, but two, I wanted to see if this was even like an idea, like a working idea before we, up and moved out of there. But let's see here. So yeah, so one thing too, my wife talked about is on her channel, she's talking now of kind of doing vlogs of like the business, picking up fish. She does some incredible DIY projects on there. So we kind of wanted to start doing vlogs about life, doing this business so we can share how it's going in transparency. So that's a lot of it too, is that's the reason. We want to be transparent with this. We want to make sure that you all understand what's going on with the business. Now, there's going to be some things that we're not going to share, personal things of that nature, right? With some things that just doesn't make sense to share. But we filmed a video the other night of teaching you how to package and ship fish. My wife walked you through it. She was the star of the video, answered some questions. We walked her through that, answered all that. We filmed another video of how to photograph your fish. That was a big one that came up. How do you take pictures of fish that won't sit still? So I went through that. She took hundreds of photos the other night to help get the website ready. I teach you how to edit those photos so they look a little better. I've got to film 2 videos today. What else did we film? So like we want to film video. I want to film a video of our shipping process. I want to film a video teaching you how to set up your own shipping process. So there's like, we filmed a video of like how to package fish, but I want to film a video of like, hey, we're packaging our first orders out, and this is kind of the setup we have, and this is the way we're doing it. This is our pull ticket. This is the packing slip you're going to get with your orders. If you have problems, this is how you reach out to us, and all these different things. So now that we've talked all that, we're 26 minutes in, I'm making you stare at this beautiful welcome page. By the way, if you want to, website is active. Feel free to go check it out. It is live. We're ready to ship. The first shipments will probably go out Tuesday. We're going to look at shipping both Mondays and Tuesdays, depending how many orders we get. We were ready to ship Monday, but a piece of equipment I need to ship properly the way we want to ended up not working. So I had to send it back, reorder one, and should land Monday. So we should be ready to go on Tuesday. So if you place an order today, that could ship out as early as Tuesday. But let's go ahead and let's dig into this website here. Let me walk you through this. Let me show you some of the products and talk about them and kind of the idea we have behind this. And guys, there's some beautiful fish on this website right now, if I may say so myself. So, and thank you to my moderators. Carrie, you're doing a fan. Thank you so much for putting in the links to everything we're talking about. So I appreciate you all. And then, guys, it's fantastic. You guys are wonderful. So let's get into this here. All right. So landing page. Now, one thing we did set up here, and I've seen some other people do it, and I know the number one question that's going to come up is shipping. So any order over $99, we'll cover shipping. That's going to be free shipping. Everything else, it's $20 flat. So it's $20 shipping. We say 2 to 4 days through priority USPS. Hopefully more like the 2-day portion of it. That's why we're setting ourselves up with the shipping. The way we're going to ship is we want it to be beneficial to you guys so you don't ever get dead fish, right? So landing here on the welcome page, if you do click this button right here, and this is an active button, this will take you straight to the Well-Done Tanks YouTube channel. So we want this we drive traffic to the website. We also want to drive traffic to the YouTube channel to where we can teach people how to ship fish, how to keep fish. And then we want to do videos of like spotlights of, guys, there's some swordtails right now on the site. Oh my gosh, those things are gargantuan. They are the biggest swordtails I've ever seen in my life. And we'll tell you the story on those. So that takes you straight to the YouTube channel. Then we kind of do a featured collection. Now, I did not want this website to be where you just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling down the main page. I wanted it simple. I wanted it clean. So one featured collection, and this is something that I can change weekly, monthly, rotate it however often I want to. And it's really just to kind of show you just a brief example of some of the fish on here, right? And these are the swordtails we're talking about right now. These things are incredible. These things are absolutely incredible. I think these things are going to sell like hotcakes because these are awesome. So there's your landing page. We did have a new kind of logo made up. So we branded the website everything Wel-Don based off a recommendation of a friend of ours, because this allows us to do anything we want to. Yes, it's primarily fish, right? It's going to be that. But we've also looked at adding on different projects, different events. Like we joked, if we wanted to sell socks, I could put socks on here, right? Have a different thing. And one of the things that I like about this is, if you've noticed, if you go to fishofhex.com, so Fish of Hex website, he does coral cells, 3D printing cells, candles, keychains. He's branched himself out to different areas, but it's all under Fish of Hex. So we did everything Wel-Don. We're starting off with fish, some supplies, some foods, but then it's who knows where this is going to branch out to. And we didn't want to limit ourselves on that. So this is the homepage. Now let's get into, let's sell some products first. Let's sell some products first before we get on to all the nitty-gritty stuff. So drop-down menu. Now, some of the products on here are kind of one-offs of things that we were able to get. So you're going to see, you'll see these options probably change periodically depending on what we have in stock, because I don't think, like, let's get into angelfish here. If we sell out of the Philippine blue angelfish pair, I have one of those. I'm not going to leave that sitting there saying sold out, because I don't know if I'll ever have another pair. But so this is the pair from my fish room. I've decided to put them up for sale. But these guys right here, whew, guys, all right. We were able, so fish up on the website are fish that were bred in the Wel-Don Tanks fish room. These are fish that were bred by hobbyists around the United States that have shipped to us that we've purchased. There's also fish on here that were bred locally to me that I've been able to purchase from local breeders and be very open about what I'm doing with them. And a lot of people were very supportive of this. I met a gentleman last night, actually. It was a late night last night. We were doing fish, like the day after we got back from Texas. I think we drove around for like 5 hours picking up fish, getting everything ready. So these guys right now, all these pictures were taken by ourselves too. So some may not be the best pictures. Some may be a little blurry. I promise you this is not ick. They're air bubbles. Ultim angelfish though. So these are not wild caught Ultim angelfish. These are the little, they stay a lot smaller. Ultim angelfish, locally bred in Utah tap water, full Utah tap water. And these things are beautiful. So I went down there to pick up an entirely different fish, and I saw these up in a tank, and I asked the gentleman too, I was like, hey, well, those are for sale. Like, I'm interested. He goes, well, I'll sell you 8 of them right now. Deal. So we have 8 of these in stock, and we put in a little bit of, description on each of these. The number one recommendation was sizing. I will work on that as we get going on this. But instead of staying up all night doing sizing, we put in some brief descriptions, but that's one thing we want to work on moving forward, is so you know the size of fish you're purchasing. I would say these are roughly the size of a quarter right now, maybe a little larger. But guys, these fish are beautiful, absolutely beautiful angelfish. Dude, that was a good find. That was definitely a good find. So then we have things like gift cards. So if you want to send out a gift card, we've activated gift cards where it's an e-gift card. It'll email you a link so you can send it off to somebody else. So those are available, right? We have that. Breeding supplies. So there are some categories that do not have anything put in the category as of yet. We have some products coming. For example, like the fish foods. Let's talk about this one. Nothing in here yet. But what I can tell you, though, is that we have been able to contract with the Excalibur Foods, and we have Excalibur Foods coming. So that's one thing I did, a poll up on the community tab, and some people liked it. Some people never heard about it. The Excalibur food line is the best line I have ever used for feeding my flowerhorn. Unfortunately, I no longer have one at the moment. Definitely will get another one. But the Excalibur food is also just phenomenal for other fish too. You can feed it to other cichlids and get really good coloration out of them. The Excalibur foods are phenomenal. So once they land, I will get them put up on the website. And then I want to do like a full rundown video too, teaching you guys about the Excalibur foods. Because they're a little expensive, but that's so worth it. That's actually one of the foods that I would highly recommend, and they are awesome. They're absolutely awesome, and that's exciting. We still got some other things for fish foods we're kind of working on in the background. So some things are coming. It's something, let's say, we got the website ready to go to launch, and there's still a bunch of work to do on the back end kind of things, but we wanted to launch it, get it out there. So everything on the website right now is available for purchase. So if you want to go ahead and place an order, feel free to do so there. Let's see here. Love the logo. Well, thank you. That's a great price on shipping. Trevor, we tried to be competitive on the shipping cost. So we understand that shipping fish, one of the main costs is the shipping, right? You may see, a price for a trio of fish and think that's a great price. Then you go in and you click, check out, and shipping's $80, and it can deter a lot of people. So we tried to be really competitive on that to make sure that we were giving people as much option as we could. Blake Adams, good to see you there coming in. Geek Boy, good to see you. HC Aqua, what's up, man? Travis, good to see you, man. I appreciate you being here. So we have things coming for foods. It's Excalibur food. It's phenomenal. It's a really good food. Let's keep going down here. So barbs, right? I wanted things to be as easily understood as possible. Now we could use scientific names. We could go on like the family grouping, but it was like, you know what? I got some barbs in stock. Call them barbs. So this is a really good one. I'm really excited about these. I was able to find locally a group of Odessa barbs that actually come from the Greg Sage line. If you've never seen the Greg Sage line, they are the most pure red Odessa barb I've ever seen. So these are on more of the juvenile end. These are not full grown yet. So they definitely do have some more time to grow out. Already putting on some really nice color. They're doing really well in the fish room. They're doing really well in the fish room, eating like pigs. So they're growing out very nicely. So these are available. Absolutely beautiful fish. These were bred here in Utah by the local hobbyist. The parents came from the Greg Sage line. So you have that back to that. And then we try and put up how we're selling them. So for example, these are sold as unsexed juveniles. So it's $12.99 per one fish, where if we have, let's go down into live bears. So you can see right here, we have some fish that we are shipping and selling as groups. So right here, you will see a group of 5 juvenile fish that are unsexed, for $12.99. Now these albino kohaku swordtails, if you've been around the channel for a minute, you could have seen these before. These fish were personally bred by me in our fish room, and these are one of my favorite swordtails, absolute favorite swordtails. And I'm very excited because my main female is extremely gravid right now. And so we've separated her out, and we're hoping for another large drop of these guys. These fish are beautiful. Now they are breeding true. This is exactly what the parents look like. The red eye, the nice red, orange coloration, white body. So that's what the kohaku means, is they have that red and white coloration, but then the albino, you get that red eye, and these fish are looking great. These fish look so good even at a young age. So we got these guys ready to go. As you see, though, we're selling these in groups of 5. And then let me show you what I'm really excited here for, though. Actually, let's do these first. We need to give Lindsay some love. Guys, these are the fish that came from Lindsay. These were personally bred by her, and these are one of my favorite guppies. These are the Japan blue gold double sword, and we're selling these in pairs. Look at the coloration on these things. So you can see that's kind of a group shot of the tank we have them in. And Lindsay did a phenomenal job at breeding these, raising these, shipping them to us. That was perfect. So we got these in. I'm so excited for these fish. They look so good in the tank right now. Very healthy, very active, eating very well. So we try to get some pictures of what the males look like, what the females look like. So I think even the females have some really good color on them. So we're selling these as pairs right now. So those are ready to go. They are in the fish room. And the guys, it was fun too. It was really fun getting these fish from Lindsay, to have the interaction with Lindsay, where we did some emails, we did a voice, video chat, we talked, made it. So it was a lot of fun to have that interaction with her. And then when she shipped them to us, we were excited to receive them. She was excited to ship them. And then when she saw that we had received them, that they landed, they looked good in the tank, you know, she was relieved, she was happy, and I feel she had a really good transaction with us. So it was awesome. It was definitely awesome. It was a lot of fun. So we're very, very happy to have these in the fish room. They are personally, honestly, like my favorite guppy that we have there. So then things like blue star endlers, these are bred by me in the fish room. But these bad mamma jammas, you can tell we got a lot of picture of these. These are the biggest swordtails I have ever seen in my life. So it is hard that one thing that brought up here was maybe trying to get some sizing on these guys. No joke. There's a male in the group. I think it may be this guy. There's a male in the group. He is a solid, like 3.5, 4-inch fish. Just the fish. Then you add on the tail, he's like a 6-inch fish. He's a big dude, really big bodied, really good genes. So we bought these from a local hobbyist here in Utah, and I responded to an ad, and really, really nice people. I responded to a local ad. They were selling the fish, and it was kind of like, hey, I'm interested in these, right? Like how many do you have? They're like, well, maybe like 20. I'm like, okay, I'll take all 20. And they responded back, they're like, well, you're actually like interested in purchasing all of them? Like, yes, I'm interested in purchasing all of them. So they come back like, wow, we have like 40. Cool, I'll take them all. So we decided on a meeting place, decided on a price, and we meet, and they come out with a box, and they have bags in the box. And they were calling them mollies, and I really couldn't tell on the pictures they had, like kind of like exactly what they looked like. I kept looking at them like, those look like swordtails. Those look like swordtails. All of a sudden, they pull out this bag, and it is loaded with swordtails, like big, fully grown females, fully grown males, swordtails. They had like 3 of these bags. It was nuts just to see there when they pulled these bags out, and I like they enjoyed my reactions. Like, oh my gosh, like those are amazing. Like those colors are great. So they did a really good job breeding these out. And it was funny too, because I told her, like, yeah, they just wouldn't stop breeding. And we didn't know what to do until all of a sudden the tank was overrun. We needed to thin these out. And so we purchased all of these. They are phenomenal. So they really didn't know like the true name to them. So we are calling them the sunburst swordtail. You could probably call them the red swordtail. But if you'll notice here, though, a lot of the females and some of the males have this really pretty coloration of yellow fading to orange, and then some have this really deep red orange to them. So they are a beautiful, beautiful swordtail, and it is hard. Like we try to put on here that these are large swordtails ranging from 3 to 5 inches, including the tails. That's no joke. These are fully grown swordtails ready to breed. There are a few females in the tank that are gravid. You know, they're holding a bunch of babies, and they're going to drop any day now. So these guys are awesome. And you can see here, like this is one of the guys with this a really long tail, beautiful coloration on these guys. I mean, these things are big bodied swordtails. They did a really good job raising these out. So we've got a good group of these guys. They're on the website right now, available for purchase. This is honestly one of my favorite fish on the site right now. Just the way they look was awesome. And we were doing a members live stream when we were unbagging these things, and everybody's like, those are massive. So they are definitely big fish. But it was really fun to see these things and really fun to get these guys. So these are ready for shipping, ready for purchase. We've run some meds through them. The fish are looking healthy. Everything's looking really good there. And then my wife says, and she is correct, is the future plan is to have a breeder page and a spotlight blog page that we can always recognize the amazing breeders. That's one thing we want to do, is if you breed fish, you sell to us, we want to recognize you in a positive light for the work you put into these fish. Now, if you want to be, just kind of remain in the background, that's okay. We don't have to share anything about what you do. It's just if you want to. But right now, though, guys, I really think like right now we have a phenomenal lineup for launch if you haven't been checking out the website at all. Laura's good to have you back. Thank you. JP's Fish Room, I appreciate you hanging out here, man. You've been leaving some awesome comments on the videos, so you do appreciate it. Rockin' Fish, I don't know if I've seen you here before. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Got Rachel hanging out with us. So Don, we're calling these the Sunburst Swordtails. I don't know like the exact name, but just based off the coloration of what they are. And there's a good mix, a healthy mix of both of these colors. So the picture up on the screen right now, we try to capture what fish will have what coloration. And we are really curious if you can because all of these were bred in the same tank, so that coloration has got to be recessive somewhere through the breeding option or breeding cycle. There's got to be some recessive traits on that there. Let's see here. They are huge. No, these swordtails are big. Like I thought my albino Kohaku female was big. These fish are big. They are awesome. These would do really well out in if you were living in a warm area, throw these bad mamma jammas out into a pond, you'll have a ton of fry in no time. If you've got I've got the entire group in a 20-gallon regular tank, and that tank is swimming. If you haven't checked out the Instagram, was it Instagram? I think I shared up a post on Instagram showing, yeah, we did. It was on Instagram, just showing the sheer volume of these fish, right? And it was awesome. It was so cool to see what we've had, like what came in. So these are definitely some big ones there. Watching while I'm at work. Well, Rachel, we appreciate you joining in there. Blake's pushing the memberships, man. I appreciate it. Definitely do appreciate it. So yeah, so these swordtails, absolutely beautiful. I would highly recommend a pair of trios. We're selling this trios. We're very fortunate enough that the amount of fish we got when we inventoried the mount, we had a good amount to sell as trios. We were able to make that happen. What else we got in here? So we have things too here, like if you're looking for something for like kids, we have some sunset wag platies. So wag means they have that black tail. These were bred by a local hobbyist, and we have enough where we were able to break them down into groups of 5. So we did this where you receive a group of 5 fish. Can be like a fun small breeding project for a younger generation, something to get started out with. And then we were able to find out from a local hobbyist too. These are actually really nice guppies. These are not a bad guppy. We just didn't know what to call them. So that's the hard part with like guppies and live bears is you can basically put in whatever name you want on there. So we kind of went off the basis of the tails. We're calling these a leopard tail mutt guppy. Very pretty guppy. We were able to find these from a local hobbyist, and he was a really nice guy. When we showed up to purchase them, he came out of his house. He's like, "You're Trent. He's like, you're Well-Don Tanks. I love your stuff." And so we got to talking about the business and the website, and he was even more excited that his guppies were going to be offered up to a large plethora of hobbyists to enjoy. So we feel like we did good there. Then let's get into some cichlids here. This is a fun one. So the first one I want to point out, guys, is these electric blue Johannes. These were bred and raised by Mr. Trevor himself. These came from Trevor. He did a phenomenal job at shipping these out to us. I'm very excited to have these in the fish room. So these pictures don't do these things justice. So these guys are a little small right now. They'll grow out to some beautiful fish. If you haven't seen the full grown males of these things, they're awesome. But they're already showing that top fin coloration. These fish are healthy. They look great, even at these young age. So a lot of the fish we have will be juveniles. Juveniles are easier to ship. They're easier to care for. And I think it also gives you as the purchasing hobbyist something fun to look forward to. So let's say these are Mabuna cichlid. These fish were bred by hobbyists in Texas, right? So you can understand that these were bred in Texas. And you can have them wherever you want in the United States. And then we've decided to sell these off as you'll receive a group of 6 fish. So you can start there. And then I was very excited we were able to find, so the same gentleman that we purchased the Altum angelfish from, we were able to find some nice juvenile OB peacocks from. And these fish are awesome. Some of these fish are almost 3 inches. They were sold as unsexed juveniles. But even at this age, they're showing really nice coloration. Like that's a full pink fish right there. You're getting the splotches coming in. So these OBs are going to be some phenomenal OBs. He held off a group that he has been working on growing out faster, and the colorations were incredible. So really nice OB peacocks that we were able to get here. And then we have some things like my favorite, right? We get into the multicolor Victoria, these Egyptian mouth brooders. So we showed a picture of a full-grown male, just so you can understand what the coloration of these fish are going to look like. Even the females get this nice gold color, but the males will get that red egg spot. Females will get the blue lips. So we have a fry available on these guys too, or the juveniles. So these are fun fish. These multicolor go well in like community tanks. They love rock work. They do well with plants. They're not very aggressive. I've kept them with Danios. I've kept them with Rasboras. I've kept them with shrimp. And they've all done well together there. And with that, we also have another Egyptian mouth brooder species. That's the yellow weed picker. These guys are fun. So this is a full-grown adult, not as flashy as the multicolor, but these yellow weed pickers, it's a fairly new variant in the United States. So I have a small group of these available, but you will not find these in a store. This is one that's very kind of exclusive to what I have. I know some people on Aquabid have them, but yeah, we have some juveniles available from these guys. So they're not as flashy, but they're still a really pretty fish there. So I think these yellow weed pickers kind of are underrated on what we have there. All right. Just catching up on chat really quick there. Jenu, hello. Thanks for coming in. BA. All right. I've got some of these cool looking guppies, my mutt guppy tanks. So, yeah, mutt guppy tanks are like, they can be fun. They actually can be fun to see what colors come out in different things, right? What we got here? All right. Anything else on the cichlid side? Oh, yeah. So these were bred by me as well here in our fish room. So these are the Haplochromis amio color. Unfortunately, I no longer have the adults to show you. We do have a decent group of these juveniles. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of these guys, because these are actually a really pretty Haplochromis. These are going to grow anywhere from like 5 to 7 inches. They are a very pretty fish. Let me see if I can find a picture that's not super doctored up, but I can show you what the male looked like. And the female wasn't bad either. All right, we're going to kind of swap some screen shares here. So let me pull up this other tab because I really want to show you these Haplochromis. Okay, so this is what a male looked like. And this is actually a good representation of what my male looked like. He was probably 3.5 to 4 inches, and he was breeding the female really well. So these fish breed at a young age, and that representation of the male. So they did a little doctoring on it where the colors are a little deeper, but these show some beautiful gold colorations, red top, beautiful egg spots. The females were not far off. They're just more kind of a plain yellow gold. They don't get the fancy, stripes and different things and the egg spots. But these Haplochromis would be a great addition to cichlid tanks. They're really, really pretty fish. They're definitely a fun fish to keep. I bred super red Plecos underneath them, and they had no problems there. They gave me no issues there. Here we go. Let's go back to the website here. So, yeah, so these Haplochromis would make a great addition to cichlid tanks, right? If you want to do like a hap tank, and I know we had a few people asking about some Haplochromis. So right now, these are the perfect time to get them because they're small, easy to ship. You grow them out, and they're going to be just beautiful fish. And these are growing well for me too. So then, like everybody else, we've got our regular bristlenose Plecos. We got a ton of these in the fish room. I may do a sell on these later. We had some really good spawns out of these guys. We're trying to just, we're going to have fish that nobody else has. We're going to have fish that everybody else has. So it comes down to, why would you buy from us versus buying from another website or another dealer? And that's going to come down to your personal decision. We want you to purchase from us because you feel comfortable working with us. That's the goal here. Is today kind of a sales pitch of buy all our stuff? Okay, yeah, right. Because then it continues, that allows us to do more. But we wanted to create a website. We wanted to create a business. Is that Riddle showing in? What's up, man? It's good to have you. It's good to have you here. Thank you so much. But as you get to know us through live streams, through videos, we want to show you what your purchase would go to, right? We want to be honest with you behind the scenes. We don't want to take advantage of anything you're doing. So it's an honest business dealing is what we want to do with you guys. We want to have an honest, transaction with you, an honest area in this hobby. Not saying that was necessarily missing, but it's just what we seek to do here. And I do have a couple groups of Harlequin rasboras available. These are, you can often heard these called like the pork chop rasbora. This is the black marking on them. Really pretty nano fish. They do great in planted tanks. And then we do have some snails available. So everyone loves them. Ram's horn snails, right? If you want to try and breed out these pink ones, we got hundreds of these. So these are great puffer food. Really excited to get that Fahaka puffer back in our fish room. Really looking forward to that. But we're also able to find a decent amount of gold mystery snails. Now, these guys are small. These guys are still very juvenile. So I think we're able to offer them at a very competitive price. So if you want to breed mystery snails, these are going to take a few more months of growing out before you can be breeding them. But with a healthy diet, healthy supplements, these could be breeding for you, in a couple months. So these are pretty snails. They're locally bred here as well. So that's what we were trying to focus on, is finding, locally bred fish, locally bred snails, but also networking out. As you saw, we have fish from Texas. We have fish from Trevor. We have fish from Lindsay. And those are fish that they shipped in to us that we've purchased from them to have on the site. So very thankful for them working with us. All right, let's see. So we can get some things. I think I need to change that. I thought I had some tetras. Do I have tetras? So many things going on. So I remember having tetras, but I don't think I do anymore. So ignore that one. Need to update that one. But then this is a fun one too. So if you look back on our channel for a little bit, you know that I was very into rice fish. I still am. Love rice fish. They're beautiful fish. Very underrated. I purchased a group of what's called the Javanese rice fish. So these are very similar to Japanese rice fish. Their fins are longer. So right here on the bottom, they have these longer fins, and I've had some males get really long trailers. So I purchased, but you still get that very dominant blue eye. These are very pretty fish. Purchased a group, bred them up. I ended up selling my group. Well, believe it or not, I was able to purchase the group back. So this was my original rice fish group that we were able to have there. So they are very healthy, doing very well. When I picked them up, there was a few females in here already holding eggs. So these are ready to breed, ready to go. If you set these guys up with some floating plants or even some spawning mops, you'll have eggs in fry with no time. These do really well. So this is one that I've thought about keeping in the fish room to continue to breed, but I wanted it to offer out to other hobbyists that they wanted their turn with some rice fish, where if they breed up a bunch, maybe we could work a deal where we purchase them back, right? So we're selling these off as the entire group. I think it's a really good deal for these rice fish and what they are. These are very pretty fish. These are absolutely very pretty fish. So they're not the flashy orange or gold, but that stunning blue eye. When they're really happy under some floating plants and that, they shimmer. These fish absolutely shimmer. So a very underrated rice fish. But these are the Javanese rice fish. So really excited to have these on the website. I think they're going to do really well for whoever purchases them. I think they'll have a really good time with them. Slav, was good to see you, my friend. Someone say snails. So yes, I'm going to say though, if you want the best snails you can buy, the best mystery snails you can buy, check out Lav's Snails. That's absolutely where I'd highly recommend you go. This when we were able to find some snails locally, we purchased them on here. But guys, Lav Snails, I'm still like, that's how honest I want to be here. I'm pushing you to another website to go purchase snails from. But if you really want a good time with snails, that's where you need to go. But just know we have some not as high quality ones available, but they're there. So Lavs does a phenomenal job there. So all right, now so that's kind of the product side of the website here. Let's jump back into the chat for a little bit, maybe answer some questions you guys have, and then we'll go back into and look at the rest of the website because there are still some tabs I want to go over with you guys. Again, the website's active. The website's 100% active where you can go in and play with everything, see everything. Hopefully, if you find something you like, place an order today, and we'll get it out. It's probably Tuesday because we're waiting on one last piece of equipment. But all right. Jarhead, I got a nice batch of golden blue mysteries. Those are pretty. That's awesome. All right. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. I gotta jump back into the chat here. Rock and Fish, I'm not seeing any cichlids on your webpage. There should be a ton of cichlids on the webpage. So I have them up. It should be active. Here, let me come back and show you here. Yeah, everything should be active here. They were added yesterday. So if you come into the all products and click cichlids, I've got a decent, so we've OBB cocks, the mouth brooders, haplochromis, some electric blue johannies. So yeah, there should be, the cichlid should be up on the site there. So hopefully that's active. Maybe I can have my wife even double check on like her phone or something. Here, let me pull up the side of my phone. Yep, they all should be there. So everything should be active there. All right. Check and chat, catching up on everything. All right, found him. Good. Back to lurking. Lav, you do. So, guys, if I was able to do that interview with Rico Stan, Lav was able to do on Rico Stan. Highly recommend you check it out. It was a fun stream. Good to get to know Lav better. She does some great things for this hobby. And if you follow her on her Instagram page, you're going to be overloaded with kitten cuteness. It's awesome. She's got some new kittens and is having so much fun with them. So very happy that you're hanging out with us, Lav. I do appreciate you. But, okay. Kind of catching up here on the chat. Don't see any kind of crazy questions or anything about the site. So let's keep going here. All right. So yeah, so Carrie and Mariddle are sharing up some codes. So let's talk about that here on the site here too. That's a good option here. So up here on the top, on the home page, or wherever you're at on the website, on the top home bar, you're going to see something right here that we have called channel sponsors. One of them, anything here, and of course, why isn't this loading? Come on. There we go. So I put this up here because I want to give back to companies that are supporting the Wel-Don Tanks cause. Now, I tried. I'm still learning how to create everything. I tried to create something where you could go in and see their product, but then link over to their page. But this was the best way I was able to find to do this. So Houston Manzanita has, if you've been around, Houston Manzanita has been a long time channel supporter. We've done a lot of videos of him. So if you want to check out the channel, we've got a few unboxing videos from Houston Manzanita. Adam is a good guy. Adam does some great work. And just, he really tries to make the hobby a better place. So Houston Manzanita is the number one recommendation, I would say, for your hardscape needs. So he's got big pieces of wood, small pieces of wood, rocks, different all kinds of things for your tank. And using the code Wel-Don20, it's going to get you 20% off your entire order. So I highly recommend Houston Manzanita. Then one I'm very excited for that I still need to film a full promotional video this weekend probably. That's Pleco Ceramics. Pleco Ceramics is my favorite company to purchase Pleco caves from, cichlid breeding caves from. They're putting out a lot of new effort into like dwarf cichlid caves and that thing. And I've actually got a big box here in the studio of product that we get to unbox and we get to show you guys that Pleco Ceramics was kind enough to send out to us. So with Pleco Ceramics, we've partnered with them. And if you use the code Wel-Don, it's going to also get you 20% off your entire order. And guys, Pleco Ceramics, they ship globally, worldwide shipping. So no matter where you are at in the world, if you want to get some Pleco Ceramics products, using the code Wel-Don, that's going to save you 20% off your entire order. So I wanted to put this up here as a thank you to them to have, so you have access to the discount codes here. But then like my wife said too, we do want to create another page of maybe like breeder profiles, people we're working with, people that want to share maybe some of their story. We could even highlight them on the blog we're going to have. So this was just my way of thanking the sponsors of our channel. Now, I do not get, I'll be very upfront about this too. We don't get paid for having this on our website. This is just my way of saying thank you to these companies for supporting me. We do not get any kickbacks if you purchase from these companies and use that discount code. So then you may be asking yourself, like, why am I promoting this so much? Because that's what I believe is the right thing to do. If somebody supports you, it's only fair. And I think it's the only right thing to do that you support them. I want Houston Manzanita and Pleco Ceramics to know that they are the two of the companies that I actually, like, I trust. I trust sending you guys to go do business with them and having a positive outcome with your business transaction with them. I want to only offer up good companies, right? So you've heard me talk about companies I like working with. I definitely like acquiring co-op, that's for sure out there. But companies that have, product, get supported the channel through product, and we have active discount codes with. That's who we have up here, and this is who we're working with. So we wanted to share those out for you guys to have there. So Houston Manzanita and Pleco Ceramics, great companies. And I love the Pleco Ceramics caves. They have such good caves and dwarf cichlid caves. If you need larger Pleco caves too, they have some really big Pleco caves that I'm very excited about. I think I got to break in. I had to break into the box. I don't want to yet because I want to save that for the video. So check chat here. So that's one of the things I want to get to here is I eventually want to get like 2 monitors where I can have chat running on one and whatever else we're doing on one. So we're kind of working with what we got there. But yes. So yeah, so we have that. So if you want some good products there, highly recommend those. Houston Manzanita, which we are rocking the Houston Manzanita t-shirt today. So that's also too is if you guys have brands, if you have t-shirts or swag, mugs, keychains, you want us to show off on the channel, we're running that again. Where if you want to send us out something, I'll wear whatever t-shirt you send me. It's appropriate on a live stream, right? We want to promote your brands and your businesses as well, and definitely want to do there. Yeah, so Trevor, I'm excited about their cichlid caves. I'm really looking forward to showing these off in the video. These Pleco Ceramics does a great job at making these caves and all these different things. Travis, will you be selling plants? The plan is yes. So right now, I don't have any plants in stock available. I actually should probably respond to this text because I'm actually working on a deal right today to go pick up some plants. So if you all have plants that you want to sell us that I can sell, I want to offer up some plant selections. So it's one of those things we want to move into as we get into a larger fish room. I do want to set up like a specific plant holding tank, but for right now, we're just running what we can. So if we have some opportunities to purchase some plants and to sell those plants, we definitely do want to. So we want to offer up as many different items as we can, But a lot of it is when we rely on stocking and inventory from other breeders, other hobbyists, breeding our own, growing our own. It may take a little longer, but we want it to be, that when you purchase from Everything Well-Don, it's going to be sourced properly. You're going to be in turn supporting another hobbyist and their adventure and all that too. So thank you to my wife. So yeah, if you want to work with us, email us everythingweldon@gmail.com and we can work with you on whatever product you have, what we want to do there. But all right. Okay. That's a good lead-in point here though. So let's say you have fish, you have plants that you want to sell on your own, right? You are comfortable selling on your own. You don't want to sell everything to us. You want to make, because we'll be honest with you. You sell your entire stock of guppies to us. You sell your entire stock of snails to us, or a large quantity, right? Plecos, whatever it may be, plants, all that. We will work with you on a fair price, but you will be able to make more money if you sell them on your own, because in essence, you're cutting out the middleman. So we offer purchasing everything for ease of use. You're still going to make some money. We're not going to try and shortchange you at all, but it's ease of use. You get to unload that entire tank of guppies all at one time. But if you have some oddball fish, or if you have plants that are easy to ship and you want to sell on your own, we have created an area on our website that we are calling the Well-Don Classifieds. Now, nothing's on here yet because we don't have anything yet. So if you want to sell something outside of using us as the main middleman, what we have come up with is a Well-Don Classifieds page. What this will be is you will email us, and we're still working on potentially putting like access to it, but right now our mindset is, and this is my wife had a really good idea on this, is we're going to take still like the customer service basis of this kind of. So what will happen is you will email us and say, I want to sell bags of frog bit floating plants. You will set your asking price, but you're also going to build in the shipping cost into your price. So let's say you think you can ship these fish out or the plants out in like a bubble mailer for $5, and you're going to be asking $5 a portion. You're going to tell us that I want to sell these for $5. Shipping is $5. We will list it as $10 includes shipping. What this will do is you are now responsible for shipping those plants. You are now responsible for getting those plants to their final destination. But what you are not responsible for is advertising. We will do that for you. We will promote this. You'll have the traffic coming onto this website to seeing your own products. And now the reason too is people can come in here, put them into the cart, check out, but instead of having to pay me shipping and then trying to calculate out how they're going to pay you shipping, with that shipping cost already built in, the transaction's going to go through Everything Well-Don's website. It's going to 100% just go through this website. Then my wife will contact you. She will send you the payment right away. So the money for your sale, so that you do not have to front the cost of your shipping or whatever it's going to be. As soon as that transaction comes through, we will send you probably via PayPal what your portion is. The only thing that we ask is just a 5% fee. Now that 5% fee is just to help us maintain, us promoting this, us kind of hosting your products, right? But it still takes away hopefully the stress of you having to work on promoting your own stuff. Now, this can be, if you want to ship out large fish, you just have to be prepared to ship large fish. If you want to set out the certain shipping parameters, you do all of that. You'll just send all that information to us. We upload it for you. When the sale happens, we notify you. We pay you your portion minus the 5%. And then from there, you ship it out. Now, one of the things we are still working on is policies based around this classified section, because we do not want you to have a negative experience. So if the shipment goes bad, and let's say it arrives DOA, we will help in being the middleman to make that right. There's still going to be some responsibility on your end to make it right with that customer. We'll help you where we can, but we still need working on policies we want to protect you. That's the number one priority. Is if you choose to use this option, is we want you to be protected and you to have a positive outcome from this. But we thought it was kind of a good idea to where if you've got some things that sorry, my dog wants to get out. Go ahead. If you got some things that you want to sell off, but let's say you don't have 20 pairs, you maybe have 5 random tetras or 1 big pleco you're trying to sell, put it up on the classifieds page, right? Then when we promote our website, our product, you get promoted at the same time. So we're hoping that's going to be a good thing. It's the very, very beginning phases of it. So it definitely will. There's going to be some hiccups at first, I'm sure, but we do want it to be a good option for all of you to post your products, right? And if you have keychains or artworks or merch things for your own brand, that's fine. You just have to be responsible for shipping it, but we're going to help host it. So hopefully that makes sense. So let me check out chat here, make sure everything's kosher. But Travis, welcome to the Well-Don Squad, my man. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Well, that's another thing too, is if you happen to be local to us, you can, if you want to purchase something from the website, you can email us and request a local pickup, and we'll figure out a time to make that happen. You don't have to pay the shipping fee, right? So that is an option for people that are local to us. But just remember too, it's you're gonna have to be respectful of my family. It may not be like, oh, yeah, come check out the fisherman. Honestly, maybe like, here's your fish. Thanks so much. I gotta run. But we want to make that an option to some people. For those who we do have a few local people to us. 5%. I hope that's a great value. We did not want to. We did not want to take away a massive amount from the sale, right? We didn't want to say like, yeah, we're taking 50%. No, it was just hey, this is 5%, just because we're hosting it and we're just helping promote it. Which, if you think about it, 5%, that's pennies on the dollar. It really is pennies on the dollar. But the other goal too is, if you don't, like in Utah, we have one of the best classified ads available to us, and it's awesome. Facebook Marketplace, I know everybody has access to, but you also, as the channel grows and the more traffic this website gets, which if you know from past experience, I think I'm decent at promoting in a positive way. You're going to get eyes on your product, hopefully more eyes and maybe even faster eyes. So hopefully it's going to help you get some things out there and give you another option to get things out there. So again, guys, if you have any questions on any of this, please let me know. And hopefully this is why I'm here. This is why I want to hear. We're launching this live, is I want to answer as many questions as I can. And those of you who are catching the replay, appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you're catching the replay, if you have questions, leave me a comment. Send us an email. Reach out to me on Instagram. Right? We want to make sure that we get all your questions answered. So this is me and my wife have talked so much that we just want this to be a good experience for people. We do not want this to be a negative experience for people. It drives me insane when I go to a website, I try and purchase fish, and then I get told, hey, those fish aren't in stock. Then why do you have them advertised, right? Don't advertise things you don't have. One of my biggest pet peeves. If you order fish from us, our goal is to never send you the email. Now, okay, crap happens, but our goal is to not have to send you the email of, oh yeah, so you ordered like a swordtail, those sunburst, a trio of the sunburst swordtails. Sorry, don't have those. Can I sell you these blue star endlers instead? Like, you didn't come to buy blue star endlers. You came to buy swordtails. So that's our goal, is to keep inventory healthy, accurate. And so that way, you know exactly what you're ordering and you know you're going to get healthy fish. So that's why we are putting in some, I think, some more than needed shipping measures, because we want you to have good fish, right? We as the seller, we want you all to have good product. So hopefully that makes sense, because it drives me nuts when it drives me nuts when you try and purchase fish and they're like, oh, can we sell you this? No, I wanted to buy that. All right. Does a select pet sneak in? Oh, what's up, man? And then my wife says too, on the classified section, it doesn't just have to be fish. It can be what you want. Just remember the shipping prices. So if you have Pleco caves or anything, you just think, so see, like Craigslist is another really big thing out there, but this is related towards fish gear. So it's, if you're willing to ship it and you know how to ship it, do it. So we want to promote whatever we can here. So I'm willing to open up to, if you're making keychains, if you're making candles, whatever you're making, if you've got a little side hustle going on, let us help you advertise it. The more places you can advertise, the better. Yep. So go ahead and email. So if you want to be part of the classifieds, email us. Send us an email at everythingweldon@gmail.com. My wife will help answer those. So when you email us there, it's both, you may talk to me or my wife. If it's something she needs to answer, she'll answer it to you. If it's something I need to answer, I'll answer it to you. And then we will try and sign off, with our name, so you know who you're talking with and all that too. But yeah, so if you want to be part of that classifieds, just email us out and we'll get these up and running as soon as we can. It didn't make sense for us to put fish or anything on here when we already have the website. So if you got something you want to ship, if you got something you want to sell, let us know. Tiffany, we are definitely looking forward to working with you. It's crazy. It's snowing out there. Is it really? All right. I suggest not doing pickets at your house as a general practice. President company excluded. People will show up at all hours, late, etc., and make it a hassle. Yeah, it's going to be. So if you are local and you do a pickup, I say it's going to be by appointment only, and it's going to be very specific time frames of, if you say you're going to be here at 5 and you show up at 7, sorry, man, we're going to have to coordinate another day. So yeah, Mountaintop's rights is because number one priority there is protecting my family and kind of our privacy. Like, we put ourselves out there already on YouTube a lot. Like that's out there. That's fine. But when you're actually physically here, right, there's got to be some coordination. So yeah, if you think, if you're 5 hours away, 8 hours away, 10 hours away, and you think that by driving here, I'm going to just let you in my house and to give you like a full tour, don't plan on it. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So my wife is fantastic at lead-ins right here. So she says, if you have a side hustle and want us to put you on the Spotlight blog, email us. We are here to help and support this community. Absolutely true. So back up here on the home bar of the website, we have a blog. Now, I wrote out a really quick blog last night, just so this wasn't completely bare bones. I am obsessed with Heller. So Harris Heller is one of my favorite people to watch right now. His main channel is Alpha Gaming, but he just launched another channel on, he calls it his personal channel. And this is where he does his live streams now. But he did a video he entitled it, Burn the Boats. Now I'm going to link his channel, his personal channel. So he did a massive business move where he used to stream on Twitch, left Twitch to come to YouTube because he's like, it made no sense to tell people, watch my YouTube video, hey, I stream over on Twitch. He wanted to condense it into one uniform platform. And he talks about his business decision and why he did it. And the members know this, is that I became obsessed with this idea of burn the boats. So really, really quick blurb of why we started this. It was like 3 paragraphs, right? It's nothing crazy. Kind of a blurb here, but yeah. So one thing we want to do is we want to reach out to maybe some members, maybe some subscribers. If you have an idea, if you have something that you want to write about, if you want to write a blog article about how fish don't fart underwater, like whatever you want to do, email us, write it up, email us. We'll proof it, make sure it's appropriate to be up here. Then we can do, blog spotlights. So if you have a little side hustle you're doing of making keychains or 3D printing or resin printing, something, and you want to put it on the classified ads, but you want to write up a little blurb about it, we can do that. We can put it up here on the blog, on the website, where you now have a full, you can kind of give your own rundown of your business based on this. So this is something this will grow in time. Because I know, I think even Houston Manzanita has a blog. And at one point, me and him talked about me writing for it. And I was really excited to do it. And then I just never did because I got so busy. So this is something that I do want to put more time into because I think these are fun. Like Aquarium Co-op does a phenomenal job at running a blog. Granted, he's hired people for that. I'm not there yet, but I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort that goes into it. So we want to open this up too. If you have an idea that you want to write about, write it up. And it doesn't have to be pages and pages. If you have 3 paragraphs, if you have a paragraph of things that you're passionate about, that you want to write about, let us know. We can highlight this on the blog. And it's going to be right here up on the main tab. So what it does is if you have like a picture to go with it, it shows you a picture, a little brief excerpt, then you click read more, then you get the full blog article. So we have ways of making this appropriate for you. So if you write out a blog and if you want a picture attached with it, great, send us a picture. If you don't have to have a picture. But this is all things that we can have on here to where we can build out a positive community for you to share your experiences. So like I say, this doesn't necessarily even have to be like fish related, right? So that's what my wife said. If you have a side hustle going on and you want to highlight it, we can do that for you. We can absolutely do that for you. Do fish fart? I started something there, didn't I? And I know Marido's got some dad jokes going on the other day. All right. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for the mods for helping us out here in the chat. All right. So I'm just trying to think if there's anything other. We're going to go over this. So about us, I wrote up a quick excerpt. I wrote a quick couple paragraphs last night about why we started everythingweldon.com, why we're doing this, why we launched this, what's our idea behind this, right? So it kind of goes into, and I may play at this in the future, but I wanted things to be active. I wanted things to look appropriate on the website. So wrote this up, and then we also have our shipping and DOA policy. So this is on here too. So if you have any questions about this, you can find it there. And really, that's the website. I mean, that's what we got rocking and rolling right now on the website is we just want to be your local virtual fish store, right? That's all we want to be. And we just wanted to fill a niche that other people hadn't filled yet. So sure, Are there plenty of other websites you can purchase fish from? Yes. Are there plenty of other sites that you can post your own fish on? Yes. Is there another site, though, that is actively attempting to network with every hobbyist and breeder that they possibly can? Not that I know of. Like not on the effort that I want to put into this, not on the level that I want to do with this. I want this to be a positive experience for all of you in working with this. So it's, I don't know what to say. So curious now. So now that we've run over the website, I'm curious to know what you guys think about it. So give me your feedback on it. If you have any questions, let's answer it. If you got any other questions, this Q&A, we can hang out here for a minute. So that's the majority of what I had there to show all of you. But we can I'm sorry. I just looked at that comment that got taken down. Apparently I made somebody angry. But you know, in starting a business, there's always a risk to it. Like that's why I say there's so many other places you could go to sell your fish. There absolutely is. You can, if you got a local fish store, you can go sell your fish there. But you can come sell your fish here and be a part of something that's actually trying to make a difference. I've talked to a few other individuals that have websites that have their own little side business going on. And I straight out asked them, are you okay with me starting this? And each one of their answers was, there's plenty of sea for you to come play in. There's plenty of space for you to try your own thing. And they all said too that you may have an idea that we don't have, right? That you may have something that we don't. So why not trailblaze this together? So that's where this idea came from, is that we are really trying to be here for everybody. We want this to be successful in the community. We want this to be, we want this to be a safe space. We want this to be a place where you can come hang out with us on a live stream, get to know us, listen to my Tourette's, and hopefully get past that. You can hang out with my wife on her videos and learn some DIY tactics. Then you can come in here and hang out on just videos and learn fish. But the more I've been doing YouTube, the more we've been doing this, and now, especially since we're launching a full-on business and website, is there's so much more that goes beyond just fish keeping. There's so many other things that are starting to capture my interest. And if I can share those things with people, why not make it a better place? Why not use a business as a positive outlook for individuals to come to? So it's fun to watch YouTube. I mean, I watch a lot of different people for different things there. Other Tiffany, thank you for joining us. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I do appreciate you being here. But it's, how cool is it though? Like, one of the reasons I like Aquarium Co-op is how well he's done at, yes, I'm a business owner. Yes, I'm selling you products. But here I am also, I'm trying to educate you on all these things. And I think he's done very well at that. He's caught so much flack for it that tells you he's doing, in my opinion, that means he's doing something right. So it's fun to see that we've had somebody that came in here and tried to troll us in the chat because they are too scared to start something. They're going to try and come tear something down when they themselves do not have the gumption to try something. Now, with that, I'm not the first person to do this, and I know that. But this goes to every video I've ever done is, do I have videos out there that are very similar to others? Okay. But they were never done by me before. So this is a new business that started by me and my wife that has never been done before. And that's what makes this unique. I say there's other websites, there's other fish stores, there's other places, there's other classifieds, but there's only one everything Wel-Don. There's only one. And that's what makes this unique. So if people want to try and control this, bring it on. Because the fact is that proves we're doing something right. That proves that people, and I've talked to all the members about this too. We've had some really good intimate, like I say intimate on the level of when I'm live streaming here, this is me. I'm not faking anything. But when I'm live streaming with the members, I get a little raw sometimes. I kind of talk more personal. And I say I honestly had to take a few minutes before I click go live, kind of take a few deep breaths and kind of relax myself. I am more so putting myself out there now way more than I ever have before. And that's terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying because I'm trying to launch something to combat things I've seen in this hobby. There's websites that they tried. They started off so good and then they kind of fluttered and faltered by the wayside where now I don't see people having the full positive experience that they can. Like I tried to order fish from a website. 10 minutes later, I got a refund with no explanation. None. That made no sense to me. Yeah, that bothered me. Even if, like say, our goal is to never have to tell you, hey, sorry, we don't have that fish you ordered. But I would much rather come to you, bite the bullet, and tell you, hey, sorry, we messed up this. And hopefully you'll continue to work with us because we were honest with you. Not just, here's your refund, no explanation. That bothered me. So we've honestly tried to look and see, and you're going to see some similarities on here, sure. But what you are not going to get anywhere else is Trent and Jordan Wel-Don working for you. It's the thing of, I say this to my officers at work is, they're not necessarily working for me. I need to work for them because as a leader, if I work for them, they're happy. They do their job. So if I help work for all of you, now we start building something positive in this community. Laura Sutton coming in. Thank you so much for the super chat. $4.99 to do a good job. I appreciate that. It's very generous of you. It's very kind of you. I do appreciate that. I really do appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. It doesn't matter if you are the first person to do something. All that matters is that this is the first time you yourself are doing. That's what it is. This is the first time that we are launching a business. We are doing this, and we want to create something supportive. Wild Fish Tanks. Wild Fish Tanks is one that I would say, yeah, go buy fish from Wild Fish Tanks because he does such a good job at caring for his fish, promoting his fish, interacting with the community. He loves the community. He absolutely loves the community. So why, that was us. We want to build something supportive. That's why with the idea behind the classifieds is it doesn't just have to be fish. If you, like I say, keychains, sewing, cookies, I just get one. I'm sure you could convince Trevor to grill you up a steak and put it in a hot box and FedEx it to you. Like whatever you've got going on, we want to be a part of it, but not a part of it where we're going to deplete your resources. We want to be a part of it to uplift you. We want to be a part of it to make it better for you. Because in the end, by making it better for you, you are now more successful. With you being more successful, maybe you get the next idea to go start to launch something else, to burn your own boats and go try something. That's what I really am trying to focus on in this channel right now is by us supporting you, hopefully that gives you what you need to go try something new, where you reach newer heights, you reach newer things. And that's just what I want to do with this. That's what I want to do with this so bad. That's why I was so excited that we had, Lindsay willing to work with us to sell us her guppies that we now get to offer up. And it's every time we package up a box of fish to ship out, I guarantee you, my wife will start sneaking in little things in boxes, little handwritten notes. But we hope those mean something. We hope those carry value when you decide to work with us with everything well done. We want to create value here. We do not want to have this be a negative thing for you guys. Is crap going to happen? Sure. I'm sure we're going to piss off somebody. I mean, we already did, apparently. But it's the value that we want you to get out of working with everything well done is where I think we are going to supersede other businesses potentially. That's what we want to do right there. How do you think my garden tomatoes would ship? I don't know. I've actually, I mean, you figure produce has to ship around somehow, right? I wonder if you need like cold packs in there. I don't know. Maybe we could like that. That's a great example there, Travis. If you have produce and you want to ship it, and I wonder. I don't think there'd be some like state regulations with that. Would there be? Because I mean, tomatoes are everywhere. That'd be interesting. I don't know. I mean, yeah. Maybe you could ship your tomatoes out if you could find a way to do it. I'd have no problem putting them on the website. All right, that's kind of the thing there. But Kevin coming in, thank you, my man. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the Well-Don Squad. I appreciate you. It's very nice of you. Chris, good to have you here nonetheless. We are launching the new website today. It is active. So everythingweldon.com is active and live. Fish are stocked on there. And we're ready to ship. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. We're still waiting on that. I don't think anything's come through yet. Let's take a look here. We're still waiting on that first order to come through. But that's all right. And that's all right because we are here for the long haul. We are here to hopefully help something new, do something good for you guys. So we welcome all feedback as well. If you have anything feedback on the website, please let us know. And maybe take this opportunity to kind of look around and say, you know what? I have that I can sell. I have that I can do. And let us list it for you on the Well-Don classified ads. Let's make sure we get that going there. And Chris, thank you. I appreciate that. I hopefully the website looks decent. We wanted it to be simple. We wanted it to be simple and easy to navigate, easy to find what you're looking for. We don't need it to be difficult, right? You want to come in, we want it to be where make sure I'm on the right one. Here we go. We wanted to make to where when you come on the website and you land, you literally go, all products. I want to buy some cichlids. Oh, look at that. They have OB peacocks. I want to buy 6 of those. Add to cart. Boom. Now we will ship you 6 OB peacocks, however you want there. And we did set up some different ways to pay. So everybody was saying that they really liked having the PayPal option on there. I know that when I shop on things, PayPal is super easy to use, and it's nice to run instead of having to pull out my credit card every single time. So hopefully it's set up to where it's a positive experience for you guys. We really do want it to be good there. And then yes, so Kevin, we did have some issues with the memberships. We had to cancel them and restart them again. So we appreciate you coming back, my man, and joining in. It's very, very generous of you. So guys, about what I have for you, but I appreciate everyone watching. So if you guys have any questions, any did you see there? Okay. Any questions, let me know here. We can hang out in the chat. Q&A, questions about the website, questions about the fish we have to offer, questions about the classifieds, questions, let me know here. I purposely do live streams and things like this because I want to answer any of your questions live. And again, if you got the replay, leave me a comment down below. We'll answer anything we can there. You can reach out to us on the email. You can reach out to us on the Instagram, and we will answer any questions we possibly can. Because again, we want this to be a positive thing for all of you. And I know that what? Who's that? A cha-ching! Ah! You guys are awesome. How cool is that? First official order from the Well-Don Tanks. No, Well-Don Tanks. Everything Well-Don website just came in. First official order just came through. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. We had our first trio of these sunburst swordtails go out. That is awesome. You guys are great. Oh, thank you. You know who you are. You're listening. You're hanging out. Thank you so much, you guys, for sending that out to me. I really do appreciate it there. I really do appreciate that. That's a first order. Ugh. How cool is that? First order coming through the live stream. So excited for that. Just to hear. mean, it's not even like, I like the Shopify sound, cha-ching, but it's just that, like, we did it, guys. We did it to help others out there. Do appreciate it. Oh, I completely forgot to say that out there too. So, yes, when you go check out, with us having soon coming, hopefully they'll be loaded up here in the next week on the website of dry goods, fish foods. We have some Indian almond leaves coming. We have some cholla wood coming. We want it to be an option where when you go check out, and this will kind of, we're working at the system on this. We want it to be, if you purchase dry goods only, it's going to be cheaper on our end to ship you guys, not require anything like heat packs or styrofoam, all that. So when you're checking out, there should be an option. If you have dry goods only, you can click dry goods only. If you have fish in your order, you will need to select the $20 shipping. So unfortunately, if we get an order in that has dry goods and fish, and you select dry goods only, you guys are awesome. That's the second order just came through there. We will email you and work out the difference, all that. But yeah, if you're just dry goods, we have that option available. But this is, and if you do buy fish and dry goods and we can safely ship them all in the same box, we will. If it is unable to fit in the same box, we will ship out a second box on us. We're not going to charge you extra shipping on that basis. But it's awesome. Rika Stan's been lurking, but I do appreciate you, man. I appreciate you being here. That's super cool. He's had a second order come through. Some albino kohakus. You will like those, I promise. Those are beautiful, good-looking fish there. Travis asked, will you be doing any imports in the future or only all fish room bred fish? So I would like it to maintain as much as fish room bred fish as I can. Currently in my fish room right now, I don't have the space to do imports. That's a lot of fish you got to bring in. Maybe in the future, as we move into bigger space, maybe we could look into some imports. But the basis of this business, this company, is to support the community. So as much as I can purchase from other hobbyists, people that have been breeding fish, I want to, because I want to offer that support to them. Where importing fish, I'm taking away from that. Now I say importing fish, that opens up a lot of options to get some really cool fish brought in for sale. But I also want it to be, I want to be known as, hey, I bred up a bunch of fish and I can't get, I have nowhere else to put them. Where can I send them to? Oh, have you checked out Well-Don Tanks? Well, who's Well-Don Tanks? Oh, he's that guy, that sniffs a lot on camera. But if he can get past that, he just started this awesome website where he'll buy your fish. Now we've started a network. Now we've started a positive thing for somebody else to where hopefully they can continue to influence good people. We kind of want to pass it along, kind of a thing, right? So that's cool. Thank you, guys. That's 2 orders in. Thank you so much for that. So my wife just put up there an idea while we're still small. If you guys would like to and are willing to, email us pictures of your fish when they get to you. Let us know if you're okay with that on the site. So if you want to send us some pictures, we can, or even send it to us. We can put this up on the site, kind of like testimonials. If you're on social media, you can tag us in social media. But we want to make this. We want this to be a community-based business. So that's why I do want to focus on purchasing from hobbyists. Is now it puts cash back into their pocket to where hopefully they can work on breeding more fish, keeping their hobby going. So I know it can be kind of expensive, but I do like my wife's idea there. We would love to showcase what you guys have, right? We would love to showcase positive things for you guys. So for those who have placed orders, thank you so much. We'll for sure hopefully ship out on Tuesday. That way they should be there before the weekend. Yeah, we'll make sure these get shipped out appropriately. But guys, I'm so excited. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. That makes me so excited to have that coming through. It's like you have an idea, then the idea works. So you guys are fantastic. Just, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all of that. And it's been so much fun hanging out here, you guys, on this. So it's moderators. Thank you. You guys have been great. You guys work so hard for me, putting links and everything else, hanging out with us. But want to definitely do it there. Yeah, so my wife says too, if you have a channel, like we want to promote your channel. So if you've got a channel and you purchase fish from us, let us know. Like we can put that information underneath that picture. We want the website, and like this is the same goes with the classified ads section, right? If you have things that you want to share on that, and let's say you have an Instagram page or your own website, even your own YouTube channel, like we can link all that on that classified section where people now can go check out maybe other things you have going on. The idea of this business isn't to just give me money. No, it's purchase our products, but at the same time, we want to support you with your products. So I know there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of different side hustles. And if we can be a force, if we can be that place where it's one more way to advertise it, let us be that place. You know, I plan on our live streams kind of doing the fun thing of like, this live stream is sponsored by Everything Well-Done. We're going to go into the classified section today. Oh, look, we got somebody, showcasing handmade solo cups. So we can show that out there. And hopefully give you all more exposure to your products, which in turn hopefully helps you out. So that's what I say. Entire basis of this business is to be a community-based business. It's really what we're after, really what we're trying to do there. So hopefully that makes sense here. Hopefully that made sense of the website and what we're trying to do with that. Answer your questions. We got a little bit more time here. So if you guys, again, any more questions, please leave them in the chat here. Let's chat. Let's answer your things. Let's make sure that you guys walk away comfortable with all this, because we do want this to be. I was terrified, but now that we're here, this stream's been fun. It's been fun hanging out with you guys. And to feedback, I keep checking my phone because we've got a lot of you are being very generous in emailing me right now. I'm open to it. Feedback, please let me know. Ideas are, my wife has been very helpful on this, of reminding me that other people have really good ideas too. We're just kind of the driving force behind them, but if you have input on the website, things that could be better, things you don't like, things you want to see changed, maybe ideas, please do not be afraid to let us know. We may not use all of them, but we definitely want your input on this, because the more input you give, it's now you can hopefully feel good about it too. If you helped build this, you guys helped do this. That's why we're so thankful to the members for helping us build this up. So if you are a member and you're looking to place an order, I recommend you check out the community tab. We have a thank you on you guys. We have a thank you for you guys on there. Do I have access to a wholesaler for special orders? Not right now. I do not. So I have no access to wholesalers for fish. Maybe in the future we could look at doing some special orders, but that's still, there's some risk involved with that. And as we grow, maybe we'll look into that, because right now it is based around hobbyist bred fish, community fish, that kind of a thing. Maybe we could do some, like I say, that's something we'll really have to sit down and talk to, because that would definitely be when I'm in the next fish room, having larger space, because some of those special orders, it would be, right off the bat, I could tell you it would probably be like you have to pay up front for me to order that in. But it makes sense. It makes sense though, right? If I'm trying to be that local virtual fish store, I'll maybe have that option. But right now, nothing right now there. But I think those swordtails do well in a 22-gallon rimless. It does have a lid. Plan on planting it up and having it being a lower maintenance tank. I think as long as you have a lid, it'd be great. They'll look great in there. Yeah, those. If you're okay with me saying it there, so Chris purchased some of the albino Kohaku swordtails that were bred in the fish room, and I love these things. I absolutely love these things. These are some beautiful fish here. So right here. These guys are awesome. So these guys are going to grow out, do really well. That red and white coloration will pop really well on plants. And if they end up breeding, which they will, they're live bears, they will look phenomenal. And one, the plants will give fry a place to go hide, but then two, you'll be able to see the fry because they're going to pop up against the plants. So they look really well in a planted tank. I think they'll do very well in that 20-gallon tank there. Yeah, swordtails have quickly become one of my favorite live bears. We have some new swordtails too that purchased at my last local fish auction, and they just dropped fry for me, so I'm really happy and excited about that. And then we've got some different, like the Limia Perugia. I do owe Mountaintop Pufferkeeper a couple pairs of those, so I've kind of held back some pairs for him. We've had some really good fry drops lately, so we have more of those growing out where we're going to be able to offer up some like Limia Perugia on there. And then again, guys, if you have fish that you're looking to move out, looking to do some things with, send us an email. Let's see if we can't work a deal out to where it's a positive venture for you guys. So that's awesome, Chris. I'm super happy your Perugia are doing good. I know. Yes, those are beautiful. I love those fish so much. Those Perugias are absolutely fantastic there. The best thing we can do is become a strong community. I agree with you, Mountaintop. That's Scott. Scott, what's up, man? Sorry, you have an orange one there too. But see, I can't wait to see this community expand. That's the whole goal there, Scott, is we do want this to be an expansive community, is not just to be. Yeah, we really do want it to be a pot. Is the business grows, why can't the community grow with it, right? Where it's, how do I say that? You sell us fish, we sell the fish back out to the hobbyists. You've now in turn helped other hobbyists, right? We can, that's why we're offering, if you want to get us fish, but don't have all the necessary shipping supplies, let us help you out with that. Like, I don't know of anybody else that really, they may send you like a starter kit, but then that means, but if you don't want to keep up on the shipping process, let us help you out with that. We can definitely work some things out there. Are you guys thinking of having an option on the classifieds where you can list a fish you may be looking for and someone can respond? Interesting. That would be a very unique way. That's a good idea, Trevor. That'd be a very unique way of connecting you all. I just have to think here. I think what we could do with that is if you have a fish you're looking for, feel free to email us. We can put that up on the classifieds. You would just need to then include your contact information so that when somebody responded, they could email you directly. And then once you have, then you can work out that deal with whoever has that fish that's going to ship it to you. Then you just let us know. We can take that. I'm 100% okay with that. I am actually very okay with that too. Is I can try and build out what I could potentially do. Let me share my screen again. Is what I'm thinking about right there is, so just like here on the all products, you have a drop down. You can select there. What I could build into this is on the Wel-Don classifieds, we could also do a drop down to where the drop down would have, in search of or for sale. So I think I could potentially build that into that to have that. That's a really good idea, actually. So good on you, Trevor. So yeah, I'm definitely okay running that there to have is whatever we can do to be, because the idea is to network across the United States and have that interaction with all of you. So that may be a really good thing there too, because it's even through like the live streams, you guys chat and you have your conversations of looking for this fish and you can help each other out there. And I've seen that happen all the time and I'm 100% okay with that. But if we could also have on the website where, again, more advertising, more eyes, more things, that's a great idea. Definitely a great idea, because even Travis says there too, it'd be an awesome, you can help us hobbyists pair up if someone has what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's, that allows that in turn, like Scott said, that allows the community to expand to where you guys now can, make contacts you didn't have before. That's one thing I love about having this hobby is last night when I picked up the OB Peacocks and those Altum Angels, it was a gentleman that I've never met before. And now I know that he's got a beautiful fish room, small fisherman, man, he's breeding out some phenomenal fish. I now have made a contact for that. The couple that we bought the swordtails from, they asked us like, hey, if you know anybody that needs guppies, we have guppies. I told them like, well, I may be in contact again to see what we can work out there. That's a really good idea. Rachel's idea, by the way. Rachel, phenomenal job there. That's a good idea there, Rachel. Let's see. So Kevin asks, how do I become a breeder and how do I contact you? I still need a logo and I was hoping I could get some help. So Kevin, if you want to become, you don't necessarily have to be like a specified breeder for us, but if you want to send us an email at everythingweldon@gmail.com, my moderators have been dropping that in the chat. Feel free to email us there. Then we can talk with you about what fish you do have. Then we can work out what fish you want to sell us, what we're going to buy them for, ship them to us. We can go from there. If you want to create a logo to kind of set yourself up as like a full, kind of like business thing there, that's a great idea. I'm trying to think. I'm not the best at creating logos. The option I would give you is, but yeah, feel free to email us though, everythingweldon@gmail.com. My wife just put that in there. But if you do want, Kevin, a good place to get a logo, it's called Fiverr.com. You can go on there. You hire a freelance artist to make something up for you. You can pay anywhere from as low as $5 for a logo up to like $1,000 for a logo. So that's actually where I've used Fiverr quite a bit actually to get some logos created for me and have that there for me. So, but yeah, feel free to reach out to us. Let's see what we can work with you. Oh, and I also forgot to say too, on the website, we are going to have a section for merch. We are still working with that individual to get some merch made up for us. Super excited for that to have there. But I do appreciate this. Yeah, but Kevin, reach out to us, my man. All right, guys. We are past that 2-hour mark. It's kind of what I was looking to go for. But we have 23 of you watching right now. That's awesome. Maybe I should have started a little later. But we can, as long as you guys have questions or comments you want to make, I'm willing to keep going on the stream here. I'm willing to put as much time into this today to help all of you what we can there. Daniel, thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing safe, and healthy. Late to the show. Best of luck with the new site. Even late to the show. I still appreciate you being here. So it's always going to be that that replay there for everybody. And even to say it, I always like to think that people catch the replay. Did I miss shrimp on the page? No shrimp yet. I have no shrimp on the page as of right now because I don't have any. So they say if you've got shrimp, those are fairly easy to shrimp are fairly easy to ship. So if that's something that you have and potentially want to put up on the website there, let's say feel free to do so. Sorry, I just got a weird text. Okay. Interesting. All right. We got Scat. See, I've been in the hobby off and on through the years. I was running 150 tanks. What? Sold to stores and wholesale. The best is a network with the hobbyist. That's awesome, man. 150 tanks. That's cool. Maybe we'll get to that much in the next fish room. I don't know. Like, especially since we are looking to move to Texas and all that. I don't know what we're gonna do for the next fish room. It's kind of up in the air. But as this expands, I want to do more. And I want to offer more because right now my little fish room is packed full of fish. But with that, if you got something to send to us, we can work something out. We'll always find space for it. We'll get creative on that. I definitely do got some different projects down in the fish room we want to do. We still have our own breeding projects I'm working on the fish room too. So that's still something I definitely want to keep a hold of is breeding our own fish, but then still working with you guys because Scott's absolutely right is like, if you think of a fish store, the fish store is just a hobby store, right? That's really what it is. So if you don't network with the hobbyist, you're going to have no clientele. But now if we can fish garage farms, I think there's so many people out there that have such good fish. They just need a positive outlet for it. That's really what the idea is behind this is. We just want to be that positive outlet for individuals, right? I'm trying to think if there's anything else like I can share with you guys or show you guys, because I think I've shown you practically everything, but I am excited though. My camera has not shut off this entire time. That means my workaround has kind of worked there. I can't leave Utah. Well, we'll see. We're looking. We're definitely looking at what we got down there. I'm underage for drinking. Now, Kevin, we can work with you, man. We can definitely come up with something there. All right, everybody. Kind of your final chance here to put in comments, questions, concerns, emotional outbursts you may have in here on the chat. And then we'll see what comes in here in the last few minutes. But if there's nothing else from you guys, I think we're going to potentially head out here, start working on some. I got a lot of things I got to work on today, but I'm excited to be here. I'm excited this is live. I'm excited we got some orders in. I definitely do appreciate, again, guys, appreciate all of your support on this. And I'm curious. And for those of you who have placed orders and those of you who may place an order in the future, let us know your experience. I seek to be better with everything we do here. That's right, Mariddle. You went down from 63 tanks to 1. Wow. It's definitely true. That's a big change. I can see the enjoyment in 1 though. Because I am like the 90 gallon here. I'm so excited to get that Fahaka puffer into this tank. I'm so excited for that. It's got 1 little loach and 1 bristlenose Pleco right now and a ton of snails. So I've been plopping in food periodically, let the snails bolster up for when we get that puffer fish here. But I'm excited to have this showpiece tank again. I'm looking to sell this 20 gallon or this cube tank we had the flower horn in. I think unless I have another flower horn kind of drop into my lap right now. So maybe that's something there. We're still looking for a Maboo puffer. I definitely do I will get another Maboo puffer. That will happen again. I really want another Maboo puffer. I've been going crazy not having a puffer in my life. So I'm definitely excited I get that Fahaka, but Maboo. And then if you know somebody that has a decent flower horn, even like a small flower horn, I'm looking for another flower horn. And I think that's why I haven't necessarily sold this tank yet where Boba Fett was, is I'm still kind of holding on that I may find another flower horn. This news upsets you? Got to do what we got to do for the family. Utah market's insane. So we're, I don't know. It's nothing set in stone yet. Nothing set in stone. We're moving, but I won't lie that I've been applying for jobs. So we've been looking for some things down there. I don't know. We'll kind of see what comes up. But Florida Fish Rescue popping in. Oh, hello. What was that here? Rachel says no 63 tanks. Yeah, it was fun too. We got to hang out with Trevor when we were down in Texas there, and he's working on building a part of his garage for his fish room. So really excited to see what he's got going on there. It's gonna be it's fun. Fish rooms are fun. Like, it's amazing what you can do there. I did apply too for Southwest account to have airport to airport shipping, and it's the weirdest thing to me that Southwest handles a ton of fish shipments, a ton. But the moment you say on your application, like live fish, a representative emailed me and was even like, every time we see an application come in for this, they immediately deny it. So we have to do manual reviews. They're going to call you and you can make a case. So like I said, kind of deja vu again. The last time I had to do this was the same thing. They denied it for no reason, no explanation, until I called them and I was like, look, you handle, I can tell you 100 different businesses that you handle fish with. So it's hopefully that'll be up and running here in the next week or two, because that just gives another option. Because I'm trying to set it up where you could use my account to ship us fish. So if you lived near an airport, the shipping, sometimes the shipping's more, sometimes it's less, but it's like a guaranteed get the fish there. So that's one thing we're trying to set up there too, is you would have access to use our account, but I got to build some things into that to where hopefully you don't just run with my account and start shipping fish all over the world, but we want to set it up to where it's, again, just one more way to access fish to us and then get fish from us, if that makes sense there. I've definitely snuck some tanks when Jordan's not watching, and she's caught up to it. So, yeah. It's okay, Rachel. Jordan practically said the same thing to me too, and now we're upwards of like, I think 20-something. So, but it's fun. I'm happy that Jordan's on board with this, working with this. So it's, guys, my wife is in for a big thank you. She's done so much work on the back end to make this business possible. So much work. And she puts up with me all the time, not understanding her ideas right away, but she's very patient in getting this going there. So it's awesome. Our air freight companies here don't have any restrictions on live fish. See, I don't know why I don't know why Southwest did that to me, because it's the second time I've handled an application for a airport shipments, and but I guarantee you, if I put on there like I'm shipping shoes, like they wouldn't have said anything to me. But it seems like the moment that I put down live fish, it just gets rejected until it goes through a manual review. And I wonder if that's just their process. But I can say there's plenty of companies out there that are doing airport shipments, and so we're gonna have to we'll work through that. I say I want to open up as many avenues for all of you that I can, right? So we're shipping to your door. Don't worry, we are shipping to your door. But if I can set it up though where you can get shipments from me from an airport, I mean, like Trevor's done. How do I put this? Trevor has picked up plenty of fish from his airport that I had a part in shipping in the past. So that's something there too, is Trevor builds his fish room. If I'm still in Utah and he breeds out guys, I saw those Turkana jewels. Oh, I'm still drooling over those Turkana jewels. So let's say he breeds up a bunch of Turkana jewels, or his electric blue Johannes, or his cobalt blues, and he's got a large amount to ship to me. If he can use my account to ship those to me, now we have a better survival rate and healthier fish to now offer. So that's kind of one of the things we're looking at doing there with that. But Florida, you can just, so Florida Fish Rescue, you can just walk in and ship it. Do you mind me asking what company you're shipping through the air freight? Because I know of, like, Southwest is really the only one I think I have access to. Or I guess I should say that's the one I know I have access to, and they have required an account. So I'm curious on that. I know that when I picked up my yellow zebras, the company that shipped to me had an account, but they were able to ship to me. Like when I shipped to Trevor previously, the account that I used at the time, but he didn't have an account. But I'm trying to get it set up to where any of you could walk in and say, yeah, it's under everything Wel-Don. Okay, but it's shipped. Like, that's what I need to see is you can walk in and say it's under everything Wel-Don, but it's shipping to everything Wel-Don, and hopefully they won't flag anything. So a lot of red tape I got to wade through. That's the big thing here too. That's probably true. My wife has a point that Florida has a lot more fish going out, because that's definitely going to be like Seagrass is down there. So I definitely know they have the options down there. Delta Cargo. Maybe I need to look into that, because I've used Southwest, but I wonder if Delta Cargo would be, I wonder if they're a little more lenient. I don't know. I have to look into that. Delta Cargo. Okay, that's things we've got to look into here. So I definitely have to, I've got to go build out the classifieds thing on the website here when we get off. And maybe I'll look into Delta Cargo. Because right now I'm looking at Southwest, but I wonder if I could do both. I wonder if I could get Southwest approved, if I could also get Delta approved. Because one of the biggest hiccups with shipping only Southwest in my last experience with it was it cut. There's a lot of individuals that I guess it's still the airport though, right? Because I guess that's the biggest thing that people complained about was their airport was a couple hours away. Because I guess Delta and Southwest would probably still ship to the same locations. I'm still wondering though if Delta has like other areas that Southwest doesn't go to, if that would expand that option. This is why I like doing live streams with you guys. I learn things or I have ideas. All these things you gotta look at. The trick is to tell them you ship all sorts of stuff. Yeah, okay. Kind of side skirt some little red tape there. I like it. So we'll see. Maybe that's what I need to do. He says, if Southwest denies me this time, that's maybe what I'll try is reapply again and say I do more than just fish there. That's not a bad idea there. Not a bad idea there at all. All right, everybody. I think it's officially that time. Thank you, all of you for making this possible. It's terrifying. This is a new venture. We're going to see how this goes. Hopefully this is a positive one. We've got 2 orders, which means that it's happening. It's working. Something's happened here. So thank you all for joining me on this live stream of launching our new business and website, Everything Well-Don. We truly hope this is a way that we can support you all in the community. So if you have things you want to send us to, email us, classifieds, email us. If you want to work with us, email us. Definitely do appreciate it. That's the officially is the officially. Guys, you're all awesome. So thank you to my moderators for helping us out here in the stream. Thank you to my wife for making this happen. Thank you to my members. Thank you to the subscribers that come hang out with us. You guys are the best. You've all helped make this possible. So please look over the Everything Well-Don website. Check it out. See if there's anything you like on there. Guys, you guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic. So have a good day, everyone. Those of you catching the replay, thank you. I appreciate all of you. And guys, we will Florida Fish Rescue, we can work on that. I thank you for that. Appreciate that. So got a lot of things to work on. Hopefully we're going to make this. Hopefully this is just a good thing, right? That's my intention of this, is just to be a good thing, a positive thing, as we know that I have had some negative events recently. We want to make this a positive thing there. So thank you so much to all of you. Love all of you. And we got some fun videos coming out this next week. Maybe some slightly different ones, hopefully some fun ones, bring you guys some new things. And then we'll kind of get right back into our schedule. I know they scheduled this last 2 to 3 weeks, kind of all messed up. Had so many things going on, but kind of this next week. So don't plan on a live stream Monday. You'll probably have a video Tuesday and Friday, and then we'll kind of roll back into live stream on Monday, videos on Fridays. So we got a lot of things going out, but thank you, everybody. Love you all. Have a good day, and we will see you guys in the next one.